Yo, friends, welcome back to the channel. NiceToReevU here, back at it again with another action figure review. Today we're doing Weapon X from the Age of Apocalypse Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave. My new favorite of this wave. So, let's review. Taking a look at this packaging, we got that box window giving us a preview of the Weapon X and the Build-A-Figure piece inside. And hey, look, we got an interchangeable hand at least. We do have that Marvel Legends series logo on the top center, as well as that X-Men logo on the bottom center, that orange-yellow band with the Weapon X name, as well as that little Hasbro logo on the bottom right. We do have the Build-A-Figure that this wave features, the Sugarman, and the warning and the age indication. On the right side of the packaging, we have that awesome artwork of Weapon X and Apocalypse. Same thing goes for the left side of the packaging, very good stuff. Turning this bad boy around, we have that product shot of Weapon X, as well as the product shot of Sugarman himself, and every other figure in this wave, and today we're doing number 5, Weapon X. So let's take a look at that read-up. Here is the read-up, pause it now. And with all of that out of the way, you guys, let's bust open this bad boy and review this piece. Boom! Here is Weapon X right out of his packaging, and I have to say he totally beats out Sunfire for my favorite in this wave. In terms of articulation and posability, I think Sunfire still holds that spot. But come on, this is the Weapon X. I love Logan, I love Wolverine. So let's take a closer look. Alright, taking a closer look at Weapon X from head to toe, he does have 25 points of articulation, very great stuff for his size. His head does rest on that ball hinge joint. We do have the butterfly joints this time around, as well as those shoulder hinge joints. We do have the slits in both the bicep areas, as well as the double jointed elbows. The hinge joint in the wrist on this side, and at least a slit on the other wrist, which is really good. I'm really loving that. So we do have the a slit in the upper diaphragm, as well as the slit going across the waist, the dumbbell joints in the pelvic area, as well as the slits in both of the thighs, the double jointed knees, as you can see closely, and to finish it off, the hinge joints in the ankles. With a closer look at the ball hinge joint, as you can see, Weapon X can look right about that far, as well as being able to look left this far. And we also have that pivoting action, tilting side to side with a lot of movement. The Weapon X can look up about that high, as well as being able to look down this low. And last but not least, we have that kind of movement, you know what I mean? Taking a look at his arms, we do have 5 points of articulation in the arms. We do have that butterfly joint, as well as that hinge joint under the shoulder, that slit in the bicep area, as well as the double jointed elbows, and that slit in the forearm. Alright, taking a look at those butterfly joints, he can go back about that far, as well as going forward that far. Just really clean articulation here, really loving it. We have that hinge joint in the shoulder as well, hinging about this high, and that slit in the bicep, giving us that swivel action, 360 spin. The double jointed elbows allowing for that excellent bend, and the hinge joint in the wrist, at least on this wrist, hinging up that high and hinging down this low. On the opposite arm, he has that slit in the forearm for that swivel action, but at least it's got movement. He does have 2 points of articulation, the slit in the upper diaphragm and the slit in the waist. The slit in the waist can give him that 360 spin, and that hinge A joint allowing him to crunch forward about this much, and also crunch back about that much. Taking a look at the legs, we have 5 points of articulation in the legs as well. A point here, as well as those slit points here. 2 points of articulation in his knees, and 1 point here. Weapon X can kick forward about that high, as well as being able to kick back about this much. We have those slits in both of the thighs area, allowing him to swivel back and forth, but you do have to force it because it's really tight grip, these joints. And the double jointed knees, giving that excellent bend all the way back. And the hinge joints in the ankles, hinging down about that far, and hinging up this high as well. And let's not forget that ankle tilting pivot action, right? Weapon X can do the splits about this far apart. Now taking a look at his interchangeable hands, he has 2 for his left side. Well, not really hands, but you know, metal stubs, I guess you would call them. Alright, time for that size comparison in the video. We have Weapon X right next to Jean Grey, both from the Age of Apocalypse Sugarman Build-A-Figure wave. Here is Weapon X right next to Nate Gray's X-Man. Both great figures, but I really do love Weapon X. Here is Weapon X right next to Sunfire, the 3rd figure in this wave I have reviewed. Very great figures. Love them both. And here is Weapon X right next to the 2 right-footed Wild Child, I guess. Alright, just a quick figure comparison to all of the other Wolverines I own. I know there's more that I need to get, but this is just everything I have. Alright, you guys, with all of that out of the way, I hope you guys liked this video. I certainly love doing this one, and if you did, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you will. You guys know the drill. I am out of here. Peace out.